let's have a look. So tangent line. We've got a derivative that requires a okay. Oops. So now we could do this. This was assigned in section 2.2. Did we know the quotient rule in 2.2?
No.
So we can do this without the quotient rule, right? How could we pre-write this so we wouldn't have to use the quotient rule? Because this actually is a big part of 2.3 also. We want to avoid the quotient rule like the plague if we can. What do we do?
Factor out the x.
So, I mean, we've already kind of got an 8x factored out. But what are we going to do? I've got a complex fraction here. What am I going to do to make this a non-quotient rule issue?
Move it to the top.
Okay, so I can split the fraction up into two parts, right? So I could write this as y equals x cubed over 8x plus 1 over 8x, right? Okay, so what's that simplify to? Y equals, what's that simplify to? What's x cubed over 8x?
1/8 x squared.
Okay, plus,
8x to the -1.
no, I can't do that. Right, I can't do 8x to the -1 because the 8's on the bottom, right?
X to
So I've got a 1/8 times a 1 over x, which is a 1/8 times x to the -1. Does everybody see that? That's a pretty common error. Does everybody see how that works? Okay. Okay, how many people are, I want to get a feed on that. How many people need help on this one? Or I mean, that's okay. If you're not, that's fine. But I just want to know, who am I helping here? Raise your hand up real high, real quick. Okay. All right, so then there's my function. I'm trying to find a tangent line at x equals 1. What are the ingredients of a line? What am I needing here?
Point, so
Point and a slope. Well, if x is 1, what's y?
1/4.
1/4. Then we just get that by plugging x in, right? So we get the point 1/4. We need a slope, right? How am I going to get a slope?
You're gonna take the point slope
Okay.
equation.
But to get the slope, I need the derivative. Good. So I'm going to have to find y prime. So what's y prime? Am I getting? Good. So I'm going to get a 1/8. What's the derivative of x to the -1?
Right? Negative x to the -2.
Okay, so minus, I can put the minus with the 1/8, and then I've got an x to the -2. I'll just put that on the bottom, right? So there's my derivative. So at x equals 1, what's y prime going to equal? What do we get? Just 1/4 minus 1/8? Do you agree? Right? I'm just plugging in x equals 1, right? So now I've got a slope. So that's the slope of the tangent line. I've got a point. My point wasn't it 1/4?
Yeah.
So now it's just algebra 1. All I gotta do now is just apply the point slope formula, right? Or mx plus b and solve for b, but we'll use point slope formula. So y minus 1/4 equals m times x minus 1, right? That's my line. If they don't ask me to simplify, I can just leave it like that. But if they want it simplified, if they want it in slope-intercept form, I would just distribute the 1/8 and then add 1/4. add 1/4 over here, what am I gonna get? Y equals 1/8 x plus 1/8. Negative 1/8 plus 1/4 would be positive 1/8. Alright. There. What else? Homework questions, other homework questions. Anything else from that assignment? Okay, there's our answer, 1/8 x plus 1/8. What else? 2.3 questions? Yeah. No, that's fine. That's, other people can, if they want to watch, they can watch. What do you got?
Can I tell you, or can I tell you the number on my assignment?
What's the number on your assignment? I'll just pull up.
Number 5, from 2.2,
From 2.2 practice 2? Okay. So something like that? Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You do it 2x.
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
So you, okay, where's that show up? 'Cause that's-
The last one, 2.3, oh man, I might have put it on there. This. Yes.
Okay, you guys can't do that. One got in there that wasn't supposed to. I'll make that one worth 0. So 2.3 practice 1, what number is that? Number 16? Okay, last one, yeah, you guys can't do that. There's no way you can do that one. I mean, the only way you could do it is if you did e to the x times e to the x, but that's not what we're intended. Just go ahead and skip that one. We'll deal with that later.
Just don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll make it worth 0.
Well, I'm just making sure.
No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'll fix it. I'll fix it right now. Okay, what about this one? So this is a 2.2 question. So once again, we can't, I mean, we don't even have the option of doing quotient rule or product rule on this one. And I don't think you want to. I think it would be a real mess to try to do this with product rule and quotient rule, right? I gave you one like this on one of those assignments, but if I were you, I don't even know if I would use those rules. You know, I mean, I guess I would just do it the way we're gonna do it now, right? What's our only option now? We would have to just expand the top and then divide each term by x cubed, right? Now, we can expand this out, but do you notice here, and this is, you probably don't see this immediately. I mean, this is kind of hard to see. We could just distribute the x, distribute the -3, and combine like terms, and a bunch of stuff's going to cancel. How do we know that? Look at this pattern. If let's let a equal 3, so we end up with x minus 3 times x squared plus, let me do it a little different way. Let's let a equal x and b equal 3. What pattern does this look like? What is that factor?
A cubed minus B cubed.
Yeah, that's A cubed minus B cubed, right? That's, you may not see that, and you don't have to. I mean, you can just, you could, like I say, you could just distribute the x and distribute the -3. But that's equal to A cubed minus B cubed. So then that helps, doesn't it? Right, then we end up with y equals x is A, B is 3, right? So I just get x cubed minus 3 cubed over x cubed. And that's what you're gonna get anyway, if you expand out the top, right? So now what? If I split that fraction, what do I get?
1 minus 27 of x cubed.
So I could write it as 27 x to the minus 3. So what's y prime? Derivative of 1.
81 x to the, 81 x over x.
So the derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of the second term, I'm going to bring the exponent out front. Negative 27 times negative 3 is positive 81. X to the negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. So there's your answer. Okay. What else? Going once, going twice. Okay.